Hello friends. I am Satish Lele. This video is part of my AutoLisp Training Channel on YouTube. This video is about how to write a simple program mybox and baseplate. How to access List Editor. It can be accessed through Tools of AutoCAD window. Click on Tools. Click on AutoLisp Editor and then on Visual List Editor. Or at Command Prompt type List and press Enter. Open a new file and save with some name. You enter your code in this page. List means list processing. A list is some entities enclosed by starting and ending parentheses. First element is a subroutine in most of the cases. A simple but very useful program can be written using few built-in functions or subroutines. First one is define or define a function. It clubs together a bunch of orders into one unit which can be accessed by function name. It starts with opening parenthesis followed by define, followed by program name and then followed by two empty parentheses. There can be some entities in empty parenthesis, which we will learn later. There can be some program code and at the end it says closing parenthesis of define. Semicolon can be used to write a comment. Everything written after semicolon is ignored by AutoCAD. Please note that list routines appear in blue color. First program can be a simple program of drawing the box, which is a rectangle having length of 6 units and height of 4 units. It is drawn by 4 points, P0, P1, P2 and P3. To start with, let us start with coordinates of P0 and 0, 0, hence coordinates of P1 are 0, 4, coordinates of P2 are 6, 0. And coordinates of P3 are 6, 4. For two-dimensional drawing, you need not define the coordinate. The program starts with define mybox. Now you can assign values for variables of 4 points. A value is assigned to a variable by setQ. setQ eats a pair of entities, variable name and value to be assigned to it. Notice color of setQ. It is written as list, which has starting and ending parenthesis and first element of list is a subroutine setQ. P0, P1, P2 and P3 are variables to which value will be assigned. Values of all points are point list. A list subroutine creates a list. Its syntax is list entity 1 entity 2. Here the point list is created with two entities, x coordinate and y coordinate. Hence point list can be created by list 0, 0, list 0, 4, list 6, 0, and list 6, 4. Note that there should no comma separating two entities. setQ can be clubbed together using pairs of variables and values. Note the starting and ending parenthesis of setQ. Now we can draw a box using AutoCAD's line command. Command underscore line P0, P1, P3, P2, P0. Note that command is in quote marks. It follows with underscore. Due to this, AutoCAD programs written for other languages like German, French, etc. can understand it as line command. Note the variables are not in quote marks and not separated by comma. Last empty double quote X is entered to finish line command. It can also be written as command underscore line P0, P1, P3, P to C. Indenting is done by tab for clarity. Now in this program, variables P0, P1, P2, and P3 should lose their value when program ends. Otherwise, these can remain in memory and interfere in other programs. These can be made to lose their value by making them local variables. It is done by adding them after the slash in empty parentheses after function name. System variable condico. If this set to 0, then all the actions at command line are not shown. It can be set by setvar or setViable. Its syntax is setvar condico 0. It suppresses all these messages. Print subroutine shows the string on command line. Print string. However, print does not show anything on screen. It should be added as last line in function to suppress return value of function, which is generally null. Now let us modify this program by getting some values and manipulating point lists. You can manipulate point list using car and kr. Subroutine car returns first element of the list, which is x coordinate, and kr returns second element of the list, which is y coordinate. X coordinate of P1 is same as x coordinate of P0, and y coordinate of P1 is y coordinate of P0 plus 4. Hence P1 list can be created as list car P0 plus KDR P0 4.0. Similarly, P2 list can be created as list plus car P0 6.0 KDR P0. P3 list can be created as list plus car P0 6.0 plus KDR P0 4, or list car P2 KDR P3. Now let us see some get subroutines used for this program. GetPoint asks to select a point on screen where you can input coordinates at command prompt like 3.55.0. Its syntax is getPoint string. String appears at command prompt and program pauses for user entry of point. It returns the point list of selected point. It is saved as one variable. In this case it is point P0. Set P0 getPoint backslash and select lower left point of box. Backward slash and writes the string on next line. There are two more get subroutines used for this program. Getting string and getReal string. Getting returns the value of number entered as integer. If you enter a real number, only integer part is returned. GetReal returns the value of number entered as real number. If you enter the integer, it is returned as real number. Hence you should always use GetReal rather than getInt. GetReal backslash at the length of the box and store it as dstep1. Similarly, GetReal backslash at the height of the box and store it as distancy1. Now you can use these values to manipulate points P1, P2, and P3. Add these to list of local variables. You can have variation of this program. You can define function as C:box. If you define it this way, it can act like an AutoCAD command. How to load the program. I have saved the program file as alt01.lsp. Extension is automatically added. To load the list file, a command prompt type load alt01.lsp and press enter. If the file is in same folder as drawing, it automatically gets pathed, or else you have to give full path for it. The folder by support file search path draw tools in AutoCAD. You can add the folder by support file search path through tools in AutoCAD. There is option to load it through list editor while writing the program. Click on File down arrow. The file will be loaded to current drawing. Now to run the program, type box and press enter if you have named it as box. Or type box and press enter if you have named it C:box. You will get these messages at command prompt. If code is not set to 0, the box will be gone in drawing. Now let us modify the mybox program with input arguments. These are set to program while calling the program. These are written in first list before slash. These are passed on to same variables used in program. These are considered as local variables for that program. Now the program can be run as box B step 1 distance C1, and you can run the program by mybox 6.04.0 and press enter. You can even input the point list as argument for P0. However, you cannot define the function as mybox. There are 4 important mathematical operators. These are first in the list dot plus dot minus, multiply and divide. Plus and minus over. In case of plus operator, each number after first is added to number 1. In case of minus operator, each number after first is subtracted to number 1. Hence, in effect, all numbers after first are added and then subtracted from first number. Multiply and divide operator. In case of multiply operator, each number after number 1 is multiplied to number 1. In case of divide operator, each number after number 1 divides number 1. Hence, in effect, all numbers after number 1 are multiplied and then this number divides number 1. Now let us see 2 important programs based on arguments. In AutoLisp, all angles are input in radians and not degrees. Hence, function DTR, degrees to radians, is very useful. Here argument is angle value in degrees. Define DTRA asterisk pi slash 180.0. Its reverse is RTD, radians to degrees. Define pi DA asterisk slash a pi 180.0. You can write all functions in one LSP file. Program the baseplate. Dimension location point. Thanks for learning. Now we will see the program line by line.